Play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline.
Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady.
Menu narration option is set to off.
Turn it up, y'all peak flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets full? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. That's fielded in the end zone.
We play to win. Let's go! Set! 15 on it. 53's mine. It's our field goal.
They go play action here on first down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
2nd and 5. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Ferguson got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Check. 53's Mike. 53's Mike. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm coming, Bob. I'm coming.
2nd and 4. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
53, check 53. Let's get this. Undercrush. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Dancing to his left. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
53's the Mike. Come on, D. Check. 53.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Ready, set.
Draw play, Elliott takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Now, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here we go, set. 10-2 stop.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Ferguson, a dump off to Elliott. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Leo!
2nd and 6. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Ferguson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. To throw again. Fitzgerald. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
On 3rd down, Ferguson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Check. Crunch.
Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They toss to Freeman. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback, and the ball will come out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14.
Mike, 45. It's going to be a long day.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A first down carry by Elliott. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On second down, it's Pollard. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Elliott, and he loses the football a second time. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was it 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration, you'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
I got one. Check 13. Check 13. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Running right, this is Freeman. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Wide, get wide. Watch the eye. Sam, you got tight. You got tight right there.
He'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Out. No.
Looking to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. Takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big run there by Freeman, and even 50 yards on the ground.
First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Watch out. 36. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Check 24. Check 24.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
2nd and goal at the Cowboys' 5-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll run with Elliott. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deidrin Sanat with a sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Check 50.
On second down, it's Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Now! Come to me, it's me. Shoot!
Operating from the gun, Ferguson. That one complete to Elliott. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Back to throw. Ferguson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They come out here in the eye. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott in the final seconds of the first half, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play, that's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Looking deep downfield. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Marr now to add the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Now, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They run. Devontae Freeman. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Now it's Lockett. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means
that he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Being chased out left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, check 24, check 24. Catch it. What? He's coming. Double up, double up.
He'll drop to throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. Let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Ferguson. It's caught. Lock it. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20. And a Cowboy 1st down.
Ready.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Elliott. And an alley to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back to throw. Ferguson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing.
That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Falcons 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check 26. Check 26.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Returnable for Lockett. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Man, I got you. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go.
They'll set up to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Check 3. 80 weapons.
From the gun, Ferguson looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play here for Dallas. 79 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Sean Davis with a pick. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Check, 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 check. Check, crunch, crunch, crunch.
61, matchbox, white. Now.
Looking to throw. Fitzgerald. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyler Lockett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Kill. Check. Switch gears. Hit up. Let it go.
Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Set. 18 Gator.
3. We don't want this.
Check. General West.
Check out.
Hey, Sam on.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ferguson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun. Ferguson looking deep for Elliott. That's caught inside the 20. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
He's checking. Crash.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Number 13. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Under 10. Hayward.
They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message? And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Mills. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Ready, 50, plant.
Double tight. Double tight. Even. 4 down. Even.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Dallas, they pick up win number 7 on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.